Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are in the midst of a war with Russia. And, that war could be going better, but we're doing our best. We are pushing it on both sides of the Egypt situation. Ooh. There's the combustion engine. That does unlock both truck transit and motor recon, but it also reduces army org. That's so much formation speed and surprise maneuver chance, though. Ugh. I want this real bad. Do I want it enough to reduce organization? No, I'll do it after the war. I'll do it after the war. That having been said, internal combustion engine means we can get... Oh, hold up. This is... Ooh, we got combustion engine derricks, and I didn't even realize. Although I guess we only got that just a second ago. I just realized... I bet... Yes, automotive industries are their own thing. Beautiful. Alright, that actually does make sense. So let's... Maybe I won't build... Queue them in for construction just yet. Okay, but that's good to know. That's actually very good to know. Alright. Let's continue moving here in Egypt. I think we're pretty close to holding Matruh. Well, we're getting there. We're getting close to holding Matruh. Now, how about over here? We've got occupation of Russian cars, which is a tiny state. We should be starting to develop occupation of Tiflis after this battle, which will be nice. Are we holding Dobruja? Looks like we are. How's the army doing? We're pretty thoroughly mobilized. We're low on manpower and organization, but what else is new? So we'll kind of let that be for the moment. And over here... I have an army here, right? Yes, I do. And it's a substantial one. Obviously, there's a huge load of Egyptian troops here. I think the next thing I'm going to do is invade down here with this army. Yeah. And we're going to grab our main fleet and get invading down there because that is how we're going to win this war. Oh my god, they've got to go all the way around. Gorsh. Not ideal. That's going to take forever, but it is what it is. So our ratios are going to be less good in a lot of locations for a little while now, and that's just going to have to be the nature of things. I wonder why all of our... Well, no, it's not. This is the right number of troops. All right, and then this fleet is obviously going to take actually not much slower going all the way around here than going all the way around the Horn of Africa. Than this unit is here. But that's just going to have to be how it is. Because this is the only way we're going to get to the Egyptian capital, which is here in Blue Nile. So hopefully we can have a good time going that way. Infamy is doing alright. It could be better, but it's doing alright. We had an electricity shortage, but not anymore. Do I want to put an additional fleet in there? I don't think so. I think instead, I want to take the third fleet and put them in the Eastern Mediterranean to blockade trade through here. Alright, who deserves the credit? The age-old question. Recent investments into Lombardy towards our cotton plantations have brought into question who should get the credit for the boost to investment. However, opinions seem to be split. To where the credit lies is the question most wondered. To the owners of the field and the organizers of the harvest, or the ordinary people who work the fields day and night, whose sweat and blood water the fields. The landowners deserve the credit, slightly stronger landowners. The farmers deserve the credit, slightly stronger rural folk. Or find someone else to credit. Both of them get mad, slightly stronger Catholic Church. I'm going to hand it over to the rural folk. That won't cause a problem. Rural folk are headed up by a moderate at this time. That's good. I've got a radical and I've got a communist. When's my next election? 1911. So I've got some time to manage my politics. It doesn't look like the enemy is stationing any armies here. They're putting a fleet over here, but that's not really going to stop me because my my Royal Navy is extremely strong. I am losing a battle here. Argentina improving relations. This front is still weak, but this front continues to move forward. I'm actually going to enable motor recon for this army. That's going to cost them some orc. But our ratios are very good over here, and what that means is I'm going to get a lot more... That was dumb. That was dumb because I don't have any cars. Cool. Hell? Why did my other armies lose organization? From a supply shortage. Gosh dang it. Oh, that was really stupid. Alright, well, unfortunately, I'm a big dummy, so we're going to have to... That's going to be a hard time for a little while, but hopefully it won't be too big of a problem. Egypt is already down to low war support. How's Russia doing for war support? They're at 65. Looks like the Netherlands are probably going to bail out pretty soon, all things considered. We are invading here. It doesn't look like anyone's defending this area. So once we take that territory, we'll be able to win. Let me see. This fleet is on blockade. It needs to be on interception, I believe, in order to successfully do a naval invasion. So that was a little mistake on my part. We do have a Russian fleet coming this way, but I have great confidence that we can win a battle against them. There is no canal at present. This trade route does not extend through here. And we've already got Eritrea fully occupied. So again, and there's no one over here. So I should be able to just take this area no problem, and that's going to be the end of the war. I'm feeling pretty good about that overall. I goofed up my mobilization things, but, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, if you think you can do better, make your own Let's Play. I'm just being fun over here. We are starting to lose some battles over here. No, maybe we're not. Alright, Netherlands bails out the war. That's going to make things a little bit easier. But again, it's really taking Blue Nile that's going to end this war, because that's going to mean Egypt is fully occupied. Alright. Shortage of... And there's electric railway. Beautiful. So, now... I'm actually going to get my rail industry... Okay, they won't accept this yet. No, it's the Russians who won't accept it. Alright, well, it is what it is. Empty pockets. A series of perceived poor decisions by the labor movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. We don't wish to appear partisan. Always the same refrain. The organizer paced back and forth within his tiny office, fists clenched until it felt like his knuckles were going to burst out his skin. Occasionally he stole a glance at the unopened envelopes on his desk, all of which he knew would repeat a variation on the same. Partisan. What did it mean? That they cared for something? That they'd chosen to do something beyond count the money in their vaults? He had something important to do, something which would improve society itself. They had a chance to do the same. In that light, how could partisanship possibly be bad? Perhaps it will find an alternative source of funds, slightly weaker labor movement, 2% of pops in the capital become more loyalist, that's Lazio again, or everything dies in the end, some faster than others, significantly weaker labor movement. I'm going to do the first one. I think that's just fine. So now that we've got Egypt's capital fully occupied, Egypt is going to bail out of this war pretty soon. And at that point, we'll be moving forward. I think this army's got a good enough force comparison to go forward. And then this army, yeah, they can head over to the Egyptian front, but again, realistically, Egypt is not going to be... Egypt is going to be capitulating. Actually, our strength on this front is really, really strong. But there's a ton of tiny states over here, so, you know, one must be conscientious. Do I hike taxes again? I'm really paying through the nose here. Third Army Corps. Oh my goodness, Third Army Corps has no org. Alright, let's grab this armed forces guy. He's a Democrat, he's a supply requisitions expert. Perfect. Now Third Corps will be able to win battles. Heck yes. Delicious water. Beautiful. And that's the end of Egypt's participation in the war. We'll start improving relations with them. Peace deal proposed. White peace. I will accept. I don't wish to damage Russia and all her holdings, simply to damage Russia and all her holdings. So, Overlord actions. Egypt's liberty... Well. Conquers Zululand. Really? You want Zulu? Britain, what could you possibly want Zulu for? Well, I can certainly sway countries, and I will. I'll have the United States, Sweden, Occitania, and India on my side, and Spain, and likely the North German Federation. So, I feel extremely likely to win this. So, Transvaal. What do you want? Only an obligation? Not interested. Orania, what do you want? A war goal. A liberate subject war goal against Cape Colony. Well. Gosh and also golly. I do not mind if I do, but I need to set my war goal first. So, we're going to liberate Cape Colony. Let's liberate Canada. Let's have that as our primary heckin' war goal. No. But I can't do that thing because I don't know the industry built yet. Alright, that's okay. Mobilize all our armies. We'll raise all our conscripts. Fourth Army is a little bit short on strength. I can almost get what I want. Alright. So that's going to cost all of my money. So we're going to liberate Cape Colony. We're going to liberate Canada. But hear me out. I want so badly to take overlordship over Portugal. It's not going to happen. Liberate subject. We're going to liberate... Am I crazy? Canada. Here we go. Whew! Great Britain, I came to play. You're gonna take Zululand. You think you're just gonna goof my giblets? It shall not be so. Let's get all our fleets in play here. Yeah, let's upgrade our our light ships because we're gonna heck. Now, where do we have fronts? That's the first question. We're gonna have one down here because Orania wants to hold Cape Colony. So. Well, we can't send anyone there yet until we bring Orania into the war. But let's do that. I realize I'm kind of making more trouble for myself by creating more war targets, but hey. Stop being exiled. You fool! Put my main army actually down there. Because that's the one active front we've got. And of course, there's a rebellion in Siam at the same time, but I don't think I'm going to need to deal with that. Alright. We're in. Liberate Sierra Leone? Absolutely. That gives us Occitania. Alright, so, who do we want in here? India? Join us. Interesting. So Occitania bailed out, huh? Curious. United States. Spain. No. Occitania. Do we have a call ally? We do have a call ally. Yeah, throw whatever war goal in there you like. Oh, interesting. North German Federation will no longer join us. Curious. Alright, Sweden. Get in here. North German Federation sides with the Brits. Alright. Spain. War goals. What do you want? Transfer. Can't do any of those. Country. Oh, I'm out of maneuvers, I bet. I'm not. Oh, because I'm in the middle of swaying another country. Ha! Yes. Beautiful. There's Sweden, and then Spain. What do we have in the transfer subjects? British Senegal would be fun, but that's going to give me infamy. So let's not do a transfer. Let's do a liberate. Let's do a liberate Portugal. There we go. That's no, because that's going to bring Portugal into this thing. And I think they're not in it by default. Necessarily. Let's... No, because if they were... that would be a whole situation. So let's liberate subject someone pretty... Let's liberate Dahomey. Dahomey is just a protectorate. And before we start our war, I'm actually going to increase the size of my armed forces, because I actually need more troops, and I need them kind of badly if I'm going to win a war against the British. And I'm a professional army, so my way of doing that is increasing my number of barracks. Let's put 10 levels. We'll do an additional... I'm holding 3rd Corps here. Let's do a mass increase the size of 3rd Corps. So we're going to do 40 more units of infantry and 30 more units of artillery. I'm going to throw all of that at the top of the queue. That's going to take forever because I could have done things differently, but it is what it is. It was going to take forever whichever direction I came from over here, friends. Alright, now we're going to unpause government construction. We're going to build like crazy for a little while. And then we're going to kind of see how things go. Spain sides with Italy, and now we have a California front. Right, because there's a front with Canada. Alright, we're going to take 3rd Corps, the army that I'm building up into a massive force, and we're going to move it to the United States. I'm probably going to do the same, actually, with... I'm actually going to put the 4th Army over here, and I'm going to move the main army over here to Canada as well. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Oh no, this is the fleet. This is the fleet. This is the fleet. This is the army. Haha, I'm so good and cool. Because that's a major war goal. There's actually a second front over there in California, the place we were talking about. Alright. Second Corps, we're going to put on the Gibraltar front. And Fourth Army, I said you were going to go to the Canadian front. You're actually going to go to the secondary Canadian front. And that's going to be fine and good. And hopefully we won't lead to a situation. I'll put this fleet over here. And we've got a new mandate. Okay, so yeah, so these can't upgrade until we're in port, which is a shame. But we've got a lot of allies in this thing. And we're moving very fast, so hopefully they've only got the North Germans and the Canadians. So hopefully we'll be able to get all of the war goals we desire to get. Obviously this Gibraltar front is going to be a little bit of a hairball potentially. But we'll see. They've got a lot of ships. Maybe the answer is I dock this fleet for the moment. Put that whole fleet in being doctrine in. I'm going to hike taxes again. I know that's not the most sound policy in the world, but it's kind of necessary because we got to win this war, friends. This is a gigantic war, and we are going to win it. I feel confident we're going to win it, just completely on a by volume basis. God, I want to liberate Portugal so bad, but I can't do that. I literally cannot. I don't have the maneuver points. Force comparisons in Canada are looking okay. They're going to be better later. And this fleet is slowly upgrading to scout cruisers. Alright, beautiful. So this is basically the most up-to-date fleet in the world at this point. So I'm feeling pretty confident about my abilities overall. And if things get silly, I'll bring Second Corps back to Italy. Very nearly done with the barracks, which are going to lead to a mass increase in the size of the Third Army. California front is a little bad. There's the Siamese Radical Revolt. I'm not even paying attention, to be completely honest. I think Siam's completely got this handled, and it's not even going to be a question. Is my take over here. Did I not put a unit over there? I feel confident I did. Oh, cripes. You know what? I put the Third Corps... I put both of these... I didn't even guard the Zulu front. Alright, well, that's my bad. Alright. I do need to have an army over there. Let's hope they get there. And let's put Third Corps over in California, actually. Didn't mean to change the game speed to 1 there. Alright, well, I've had smarter moments and dumber moments as well. Fleet is almost upgraded. And we'll send them to just start hunting down British fleets. Where's Mediterranean Station? Where are you hanging out at? You're hanging out in Malta. Alright. So we'll just take this fleet and put them in our home waters here. And we're doing ourselves a little blockade maneuver over here just to keep Britain from doing so much trading. Because I know they love that stuff. I know trading is their favorite. Stop it. Alright. We are winning battles in Canada. That's good. That's very good. Cash flow is going okay. Siamese Radical Revolt is sorted. Beautiful. Good job, Siam. You did it. You're not going to get more autonomy out of it, but you will get my my golden inner glow. Alright, Occitania is being invaded right now. We've got an army that is short on organization. Purely from insufficient command level. Alright. Get promoted, idiot. Gosh, would love if that hadn't happened right then. Oh my goodness, Portugal's in this. Well, gosh darn it. They're enforcing military access on all their subjects. Those rats. Those rats in Britain. Okay. This army needs to get a hold of Canada's capital, which is currently... Where's Canada's capital? The Maritimes. All right. Strategic objective. Maritimes. All right, beautiful. Ugh. This is going to be a wild war, friends. It's going to be a minute. But, again, hopefully the pure weight of the number of allies we have on our side in this thing is going to really affect things. Farming boom. The encouragement of agricultural development in Lombardy has led to a small spike in production at our silk plantations. We should look into using this before it goes to waste. Our people will eat like kings. Starvation will be a thing of the past for our citizens. Let us use this to our advantage and not only help ourselves but also others. At a cost, of course. Let them know that we are the way forward. Boost our farms further for extra agriculture, ranch, and plantation throughput, where the workers deserve it more. 10 years of +2 standard of living in Lombardy. I'm going to do the second one. That's very good. And that's a good reminder that I have a bunch of encourage agriculture decrees that I don't need. Good on you for adding that, Paradox. Let's throw a consumption tax in here. I can get the most out of porcelain and glass, probably. So that's what we'll do. Porcelain and... yeah, we'll do porcelain and glass. And that'll help our cash flow. Obviously I'm really wrecking my radical ratio here, but it is what it is. North German Federation damaging our relations. Well, why don't you suck it? Why don't you learn to suck it, North German Federation? Good occupation here in Gibraltar. We're not doing super well over here in Gaza, but we're bringing an army in, so we're getting there. Making very solid progress in Canada. Ignore this. We're not losing. I didn't lose. I really need to build those frickin' cars, is what I gotta do. I really need to have some successful battles so I can get some freaking fronts closed out, because I'm way too spread out here. Where is this naval invasion being conducted from? It should be the Bay of Biscay, right? It would have to be. Let's create for ourselves... let's put a fleet there. Just stop up that naval invasion. It's a German naval invasion. Interesting. And we're winning naval battles here as well, and we don't even have scout cruisers built in yet. Let's take this fleet and start hunting down British fleets. We seem to be having crisis of defense over here, although we were low on organization. Or of ability to advance over there. But we were low organization, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, with that having been said, I'm going to put a episode cut in here because this is going to be a giant war megazode, and I need to get more water. So, that is all the time we got for the episode. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.